What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Thursday, December 2nd. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made.
Okay guys, we have a 5-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the point guard position. I'm going to give you a bunch of value plays in this video. So I like Derrick Rose from the New York Knicks playing the Chicago Bulls, who have a good defense overall. They've been good versus opposing point guards. Derrick Rose has averaged 24.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 23 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. He's projected at 29.4 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 6.1 times value. He's only $4,800 DraftKings salary. He's $700 more on FanDuel. Derrick Rose scored 37 fantasy points last game, played 34 minutes. So I like Derrick Rose here versus the Chicago Bulls. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. Here's a value play for you. I like Grayson Allen from the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Toronto Raptors, who have a good defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing shooting guards. Grayson Allen has averaged 23.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. He's projected at 22.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's $4,500 DraftKings salary, same price on FanDuel, and Vegas thinks there's going to be 230 points scored in this game, so a super high scoring game here, plenty of fantasy points to go around, and Grayson Allen has scored 32, 22, and 14 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 30, 30, and 24 minutes. So I like Grayson Allen as a value play here versus the Toronto Raptors.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And we'll send you $25 PayPal.
So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. Here's another value play for you. Take a look at Lonnie Walker from the San Antonio Spurs playing the Portland Trailblazers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Lonnie Walker has averaged 19.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 23 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He's projected at 19.2 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 5.7 times value. Because he's only $3,400 DraftKings salary, he's $900 more on FanDuel. Now, he hasn't played all that well the past few games, only scoring 16, 14, and 18 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 23, 15, and 20 minutes. So high risk, high reward play, but he's super cheap. So I like Lonnie Walker as a value play here versus the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. Another value play. I like Darius Baisley from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Memphis Grizzlies, who have the 3rd worst defense overall. They give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Darius Baisley has averaged 23 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. He's projected at 22.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. He's 4,500 DraftKings salary, same price on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 216.5 points scored in this game, and Darius Baisley has scored 21, 12, and 15 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 25, 20, and 21 minutes. So I like Darius Baisley here versus the Memphis Grizzlies.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Now, I also had my eye on Kelden Johnson from the San Antonio Spurs playing the Portland Trailblazers, who are giving up the second most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Kelden Johnson has averaged 28.4 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. He's projected at 28.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. He's 5,700 DraftKings salary and 200 less on FanDuel. Kelden Johnson has scored 23, 41, and 24 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 34, 38, and 34 minutes. So he's playing a ton of minutes. He's got some pretty big upside in a good matchup here. So I think he's a little bit less risky than Darius Baisley, but you got to spend up a little bit for him. But I like Kelden Johnson here versus the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, moving on to the center position. Here's another value play, another high risk, high reward play. So, of course, all these guys aren't going to hit here tonight. This is a lot of risk on these picks that I'm giving you, but I think they make pretty decent value plays. So I like Steven Adams from the Memphis Grizzlies playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the 6th worst defense overall. They give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Steven Adams has averaged 23.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 24 minutes per game with a 13% usage rate. He's projected at 21.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. And he's only 4,300 DraftKings salary. Now he is 1,200 more on FanDuel, so this is a DraftKings play for me. Vegas thinks there's going to be 215.5 points scored in this game, and Steven Adams has scored 20, 31, and 7 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 26, 20, and 17 minutes. So I like Steven Adams here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.